Hey guys, AE for Dummies here, and we're back with another tutorial, another advanced tutorial for those who already have a intermediate to advanced understanding of AE. Purgy is going to show you some advanced effects and how he would actually normally go about making his own thumbnails and different effects and tools that he uses to make them. So go ahead, Purgy, I'll let you do the rest.
Alright guys, so the first thing you will need before you begin your thumbnail is obviously your clip. So I'll be using the Sasuke clip for my keep up edit. I will be remaking the thumbnail for this tutorial. For the sake of saving time, I will already have my mask ready, right? So firstly, what you guys want to do is create an adjustment layer right under your mask, right? To make an adjustment layer, you're going to do Control Alt Y, right? So first, you're going to add CC Vignette. What this does is it adds a little darkness to the background, a little bit of it helps add focus to the character. Right, so if I turn that off, that's what it does. I'm gonna make a new adjustment layer, add BCC lens blur. I'm gonna put that around 8. Right, so these two effects are the main purposes of these is to add a focus to the character. Right, you'll also adjust your settings based off the clip. It will usually depend on whatever your clip you have. But I think for this clip, this will be fine. The very next step is to add another highlight, right? A highlight to this clip, to the mask. That will also help exemplify your character, right? So you're gonna go to layer. You go to layer. You go to auto trace. And then once this pops up, you're gonna make sure you have apply to new layer selected. You click OK. Then it gives you a auto masked fill layer or a solid layer of the character. You're gonna drag that right below the mask, right? If you guys don't have the plugin 3D Stroke, which we'll be using for this effect, you guys could always just also duplicate your character, scale in a little bit, and then add fill, and just make it like white or something, right? In my opinion, this doesn't look as good. So for the sake of this tutorial, I will just show you guys my tips and tricks. So I'll be putting this around 6, I believe. Right. So now you just have a quick little outline. You're gonna add deep glow to this to add a glow, a nice little cool touch to it. Like that, you're gonna adjust your settings based on your own liking. But so far, this is what we have. Now we're gonna move on to the next step. Usually, what I like to add is a nice little border to the background. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna select either the rectangle tool or the rounded rectangle tool. I like to choose the rounded one just because it does add a nice little curviness to the edges. So I'm gonna double click on that. It makes my rectangle for me. I'm gonna scale that down to about 94 and bring that down just below the solid layer that I made for the highlight. Now I'm gonna put that on overlay blending mode, and what that does, it kind of adjusts itself to the background that you have, right? So that's what we have so far. Now I also do have a background that I will be adding to the back, right? So this is very optional, but I will be doing this for my tutorial. And what you guys essentially want to do is you want to take your pen tool or a circle tool, right, and just quickly make a mask, just like that, on the background layer, right? So this is how it's gonna look. And obviously, to blend it in with the background, you're gonna click F on your mask, or if you guys don't know or just want to open manually, you click on this little drop down, click the drop down that says masks, and then you're just gonna feather that about I'd say this is fine, around 600. That looks fine. It's blended in well enough, right? So you're gonna have that. I'd actually go a bit beyond that too, just to have this blended in a bit more, just like that. Alright guys, so after you're done your background, you have your mask feathered, and you have your background layer, you're gonna choose a font you want. So I'm gonna use Integral CF, and my song is Keep Up. So I'm just gonna write Keep Up as my text. I wanna make sure it's lined. Oh, make sure you have your fill on. There you go. You're gonna drag this below the mask, right? This mask, and then you're gonna add your warps. So you're gonna add optics compensation. Make sure you have the reverse lens distortion option turned on, just because if you don't, it will warp the wrong way, the opposite side, right? So just like that, and then you're gonna add your warp. I usually put another either warp arc lower or upper, depending on which way I want it to arc. For this, I will do lower. I will reduce the bend just slightly. Maybe make my text a bit smaller slightly. Make it spaced out a bit more, and then align this. Bring it down, just like that. And then I'm going to duplicate my text, right, and then turn off the fill for this, so we will have a stroke effect for after I add my effects, right? So on the main layer of your text, you want to add s_texture chroma spiral. Now you're going to just follow me for the settings of this. So usually for the brightness, I put it around 1.8, somewhere around there. And then to add it, to make it blend in with the environment, you're going to put the blending mode on that on luminosity, just like that, right? So this already looks cool, but you're going to add some final touches. You're going to add deep glow. You don't want it to be too strong, so you're going to put it around 0.5, right? Around 0.5, increase increase the exposure, sorry, radius, and put the exposure around 0.6. This still looks a bit off, so we're going to add s_drop shadow. You're going to adjust the shift X to around 2, the shift Y to around 4, just like so, right? This makes the text a bit more visible. See, if you turn it off and on, the text is a lot more visible, right? And stands out. And then an option could be that you just mask out the upper top of the text, something like that, right? You invert it, you make it invert so only the top is shown, and then you feather the mask. Hold on. Let's make your mix a bit slightly higher because you want a bit more to show. Just like so. There you go. So your text can look something like that. You can add also deep glow to your stroke fill, just so that it stands out a bit more. There you go. Make sure it's not too strong though, because then it'll look a bit off. So there you go. We have our text done, and now you're gonna add lighting. So we're gonna add optical flares. If you guys don't have this option, you guys could also just use the regular optical flares, but I have some presets I'll be using for this. I'm gonna go to light, go to motion graphics, and use the first option here. I'm gonna bring it up here, and to get rid of it, I'm gonna put to get rid of the black part, make it actually show on my comp. I'm gonna put it on transparent, and then it's not a very big touch, but it does add a very cool little lighting. I'm gonna adjust it to like 120. There you go. I think I'm gonna increase my CC vignette slightly, and there you go. We have our lighting done. Now I'm gonna add slight particles. Maybe just add a white solid here. CC ball action. Increase my scatter to 1024 the max. Make my grid spacing like 30. My ball size like 8, I believe. Add deep glow to that. There we go. Now you have some simple particles, right? Now we can also add. I actually think this is fine. I don't want to add too much, but maybe we could lessen the feather here, just so the background's a bit more like visible. There you go. And then we're gonna add an adjustment layer, make our CC, add magic blow looks. This is the final step. You go to looks, click edit. It's gonna make it a very quick and vibrant CC, just so it stands out in the YouTube recommended. You're gonna go to Colorista. If you guys haven't seen the thumbnail, or sorry, the color correction tutorial, it is already uploaded on the channel, so feel free to go check that out. But I will be quickly making a CC here. Increase my contrast, make it. There you go. So something that could be your final product. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the thumbnail tutorial. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below, and I will try to get to all of the questions. And also let me know what tutorial you guys would love to see next. For now, it's been AE for Dummies, and yeah, take care. Bye.